And welcome back to Crypto Hulk. We got some news today. Oh my gosh. Talk about global adoption getting real close. We're starting with Europe, but this thing is getting real massive every day. I don't care what the news says about this bad news or that, or they're going to try this, or Gary Gensler's getting, like, what I know is that I've got a massive show today. Whenever they decide to put this green light on, it's 0 to hero time. It's not going to go. These cryptos are not going to go from like 50 cents to like $2. And then a month or two later, it's going to hit like $4. No, this is going to go from like 50 cents. Like, I'm serious, like maybe like straight to $5,000 or something like that. Okay. Let's get into this. Let me start off the show. My name's Crypto Hulk. Thanks for showing up. I'm not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. My job is to deep dive, find evidence, and show you it. And then I'll give you my opinion on what I think it means. Okay. Ultimately, you make your own decisions. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a crypto advisor. The show is not financial advice. Don't do anything I say. All right. All right. AMP, first person here, 1970 legend. Hunter, off the grid, living in Utah. Pablo Escobar is here. Danny boy. We got Armor of God. Thanks for that donation. I got nothing to say from once. Just paying my penance. Love you guys. Hang in there. God wins. Hey, sometimes we just don't have much to say. And sometimes very important things don't require words at all. Some of the most important things in life sometimes have no words at all, correct? Well, gee, Crypto Hulk, are you going to start doing philosophy on the show too? Should I grab a notebook and take notes? I think so. Terry Spurlock, Michael Gruner, MC Prosperity. Let's see. Just the tip. I will the world would get their shit together and make a peace rise happen. Armor of God drops a red pill. Watch it there, buddy. Cool your jets there, buddy. Dedicated to Polly's dad. Hang in there, brother. Lost my dad also, and I know how you're feeling. Gets a bit easier with time. You got a few hundred Hulksters here sending love. Sometimes we make sacrifices for our family. Sometimes we have one of the best jobs. I'm not speaking from experience, but sometimes we have one of the best jobs in the world. Sometimes we're like loved by all of our coworkers. And sometimes there's like massive positions open in your country or your company, but you have to leave that company and go care for a dying family member. And then a world recession hits and you end up broke and you've pretty much lost everything. But you made that decision to leave the job to go care for the family member. So, Polly's dad and Armor of God, I understand. Not saying I've been there. Salvador Ramirez, thank you very much for that. Let's start with the news and, of course, my views on the news. I want to try something here. Well, no, forget it. I got to do the show. I got to work on that tech stuff later. Let's start in. Here we go. Whew, man. Europe. I'm going to do a copy and a paste. Wait till you see what is going on in Europe. The European Central Bank to issue call for wholesale Cbdc, distributed ledger technology settlement. They're going to have trials, everybody, in November. Pretty much like a month from now. Not a big deal, right? Wholesale CBDC. What's that? Oh, that would be the XRP itself. That's not a big deal either. Earlier this month, the European Central Bank held the third meeting about wholesale settlement for distributed ledger technology networks, including a wholesale CBDC. It proposed a schedule starting with a call for participation in November, everybody. They're starting it in November. Oh, it also shared its views on the Bank for International Settlement, Ripple partner, by the way, concept of the unified ledger. Now, what crypto do you know of that is like a distributed ledger, that all the other companies can use, all the other cryptos can use? Is that Ethereum? No. Bitcoin? No. What crypto has a platform that everybody can use? And we're dealing with wholesale currency, so we're dealing with money. We're not dealing with trade, so we can eliminate the Corda network. We're not dealing with trade. In my little question to you, we're not. Well, that was like two global cryptocurrencies. Two global currencies, Crypto Hulk. Those names are XLM and XRP. Let's look at the let me see here what we got. So we just got done mentioning the Bank for International Settlements. Well, before I go on, let me show you how Ripple's a partner of the Bank for International Settlements. New people, you got to learn this stuff real quick. You don't got time to mess around. Here's the title. Ripple is working with the Bank for International Settlements. There you go. There's the article. Read it later. So back to the first article. The European Central Bank is working right now on launching in November a CBDC, a wholesale one, and it shared its views on the Bank for International concept of a unified ledger. Well, we already know that the BIS is a Ripple partner. We're going to get into the unified ledger later, but I already explained what a unified ledger is. It's pretty much XLM or X. Okay, it's either Stellar network or it's the Ripple network, all right? 3 months ago, wait, somebody gave some donations here. I got to answer these right away. Abandon Samsara on time today, covering a future late fee. Now that's very cool. I like that. You get extra credit today. I'll put a little star at the top of your paper, and you can show mommy or daddy, whichever one, or maybe daddy and daddy. Stephen Morris, things are definitely speeding up. 2024, I think, is our year right now. Well, hey, we just don't know. For what I'm looking at right now, this stuff's speeding up fast. Let me get back to this article. 3 months ago, the European Central Bank outlined 3 interoperability solutions. Oh, really? To test during the wholesale trials. 2 trigger solutions linked to the Target 2 and the Bank of France's wholesale CBDCs. These are all considered as interoperability solutions because there will be no integration between central bank money and separate distributed ledger technology networks. However, it will continue to reach integration solutions, but won't test them at this stage. Of course not. They're not going to tell you it's Ripple and XRP and XLM and XDC and all that till after they've already done it and they're already using it. They've already outlawed it, and the price goes to like $10,000 to $50,000. Then they'll tell you the truth at that point. Okay, that's how the shit works. These little fuckers, don't trust them. Okay. Next, the title shows here the wholesale CBDC schedule. Next month, the European Central Bank will publicly announce plans for the trial work and conduct a short industry survey. Okay. The exploratory work is planned in 2 waves. Starting in May of 2024, will involve real payments, but only on certain days and hours. Preparatory testing starts December of 2023. So that's when they're going to start testing these things in about 2 to 3 months from now. Okay. We get into, so let's look. Let me hold off just a second here. Now, unified ledger discussions. One of the topics raised by the European Central Bank was the unified ledger where private and central bank money exists on the same network as tokenized securities. That means crypto. That means securities that are now crypto, okay? You notice how they never want to use the word crypto, you notice? 3 years ago when I got into this crypto space, the word crypto was used all over. And guess what happened? It mooned. Well, it didn't moon, but we had a good pump. XRP almost got to $4. I want you to notice something. Here's the game they're playing with you to hide it from you, new people. They're not using the word crypto. That's the biggest thing. Nobody, okay, how about this? Amateurs don't want to read articles where the word crypto is not there. So you can tell the truth. You can put out news. Just don't use the word crypto, and nobody reads that shit. Except Crypto Hulk. That's how I roll. One of the topics raised by the European Central Bank was the unified ledger where private and central bank money exists. They have a tokenized securities, in addition to the Bank for International Settlements, Ripple partner, concept of a unified ledger. The IMF, International Monetary Fund, outlined similar ideas on the XC platform. So let's look at the IMF right now, that article. I'm going to show it to you. I'm going to copy it and paste it here in just a second. There's the IMF article. They're talking about CBDCs again. The IMF, this article is from about a year ago, almost 11 months. The IMF, International Monetary Fund, proposes distributed ledger technology, decentralized finance inspired alternative to cross-border CBDC. If we look in this article, I want to look. Well, let's stop there. We'll go back to the article in a minute. So we're talking about the IMF and CBDCs, right? And that is very interesting. Let me look at something here. Hold on. So we're talking about the IMF. Now, I want to show you this video that I just made dealing with the IMF. And guess what? The country of Israel. Let's see what we got here, Crypto Hulk. Okay. We go for this video is 57 seconds long. Here's the title of the article. The IMF provides central bank blueprint for central bank digital currencies. Let's look at this because this is massively important, okay? You got the IMF, the people with all the money. And what did they just do? They gave us a blueprint of how the global CBDC decision will happen, okay? If we scroll down, I'm going to play the video. The IMF just published a report. The IMF has just published a detailed decision of crypto framework for CBDCs. This is massive right here. They made framework. The IMF laid out all the framework for every country to follow. Do you see how massive this is? The report from the IMF covers every phase of CBDC production. for every country in the world. That's pretty massive. In that report, my video shows this. The IMF highlighted the work that Israel's been doing. You will find this at 20 seconds of my video, at the 20-second mark. Now I'm going to push play again. I know you can't hear it. So Israel's mentioned. And then in the 26-second mark, we see Ripple Israel. And what does it say? Israel's first Ripple gateway. And it shows a picture of the water drops and stuff. Now, when did Israel become a Ripple partner? Let's look at my video. Since 2013, everybody. Oh, snap. You're telling me they don't have the Cbdc figured out yet? Israel was a Ripple partner back in 2013. Listen, the IMF just came out with a world framework on how they're going to build all these CBDCs. And what did they do with their framework? They mentioned the country of Israel has a great CBDC setup. And guess what? They're Ripple partners from 2013. No other channel has that evidence that I just dropped right there. None of them. Feels good. Oh, wait a second. Somebody just dropped something there. Let me help you pick it up there, buddy. Doug, thanks for that donation. Totally appreciate that. MK_P, thanks for that donation. Greatly appreciate it. Hulk is a raging bull with his deep dives. You know why? Because look, this is a viewer sponsored, it's not public broadcasting, but in a way it is. But look, we're trying to get rich. I'm trying everything I can do to deep dive and show you connections you will not find on any other channel. I want the people to know that when you're paying your $5 membership fee, that it's going towards a channel where there's just nothing on the internet. I'm not talking about YouTube. Nothing on the internet at this level of exposure. Okay, exposure, by Jove. How many other people have shown you the IMF article talking about Israel as an example, and then they show the 2013 Israel Ripple webpage? They don't got that, man. You got this. And then when people donate stuff like that, it's a viewer-driven channel. There's no accredited investor sponsors here. They can go eat shit or whatever. This is the people that want to join my channel. I can continue to deep dive and talk about stuff. If I have a corporate sponsor, I can't say probably 50% of the stuff that I do. So, and I can't expose certain companies. I can't expose early Ripple partners like Apple, Square, Microsoft, because these companies aren't going to have that. Oh, Crypto Hulk, you can't mention that shit anymore. Delete all those videos with you talking about 10 years ago, Square was a partner of Ripple, and so was NASA. So was the New York Federal Reserve partners with Ripple in 2013 on their webpage. No other channel has that. You think a sponsor is going to want me showing all that stuff? No, man. This channel is like dangerous. Okay. There's way too much truth on this channel. Oh. Okay. Michael Montclair. Michael was late. He has a late pass from the office. This is totally official. It's a late pass. Michael, you're fine. That tenant's office sent me a message. If you look down below, you'll see looks like a money symbol. That's the emergency alert button. Push that one, register, and in an emergency, you'll be notified. So we got the IMF we've already learned that the IMF is all about Ripple because the IMF just promoted Israel. Israel's Cbdc, by the way, and well, guess what? Ripple does. We're talking about wholesale CbdCs, aren't we? So all the evidence is just pow. Next, we're going to get into the regulated liability network. So we're dealing with the European Central Bank, wholesale CBDCs. They're going to start testing them or running them December of this year. You've got the International Monetary Foundation talking about Ripple Israel. Now we're going to get into the regulated liability network, which is all things Ripple and probably XDC and XLM. Now, the regulated liability network, that's Citibank. They started that, one of the three little pigs. Show me the money. Show me the money. Okay. Now remember, regulated liability network, that equals Citibank and a ton of other banks. That's going to be the unified ledger. Okay. Ledger. Here's the title. The article's from like September 18th, 2023. Citibank unveils tokenized deposits for institutional trade and cash. Citibank unveiled 2 digital asset solutions under the umbrella of Citi Token. Okay. We got Citi, here we go, in the third paragraph, you need to look at that. Citi founded the Regulated Liability Network, which is known as the RLN. Okay. Now, hold on a minute. Now, Citibank is working with Ripple. I'm going to show you that truth bomb right here. And if you look in that article, you're seeing that it's Volante. Okay. And let me right now, Volante is a partner of Ripple. So therefore, I just showed you how Citibank is using Ripple through Volante. Bam. There's all your evidence right there. Now, we go back to Citibank unveils tokenized deposits. They have this thing called the Regulated Liability Network. Citibank founded it. It says it right there in the article, okay? So now we know that Citibank is using Volante, and Volante is using Ripple technology. Therefore, Citibank is a Ripple partner. Let's go back to my original article. Original article about the European Central Bank to issue a call for wholesale CBDCs. We go down to the dark black highlighted section that says Unified Ledger Discussions, okay? Right there in the first paragraph, Regulated Liability Network came first, okay? And that's Ripple right there. Now that we're talking about the Regulated Liability Network, let me drop some more truth bombs on you. I want to show you what banks are involved and what government. I want to show you what government's involved in this regulated liability network that Ripple started. But first, Sean Wright gave somebody a membership, and that was Geno Smith and David Lee. Welcome to the channel. Hey, Hulk, have you heard? This is Lou Diamond 84. Thanks for that donation. Greatly appreciate that. Hey, Hulk, have you heard of this Microsoft patent 20 could be tied to Stellar, maybe? I haven't heard of it. We already know that. IBM is tied to Stellar with Hyperledger, and Hyperledger, which is a Microsoft platform, is using the Stellar platform. But I know Microsoft's got to be in there too. You want to know why? Lou Diamond, in just a minute, I'm going to show you that Microsoft is a 2013 Ripple partner. Now, who started Ripple? Jed. Who started Stellar? Jed. Doesn't surprise me. I'll drop a truth bomb here in a few minutes. Does it surprise me that Microsoft has a Stellar connection? No, because Jed started Ripple and then Jed got a relationship with Microsoft. Jed leaves, goes to Stellar. You don't think he brought Microsoft over to Stellar as well? He did. So does that, what you just showed me, surprise me? No, but that's good information though. I don't have direct proof of any patent. You have that number there, but I'm just saying it's not surprising to me at all. Sean Bowers, thanks for your donation to the channel. So where was I? Oh yeah, with that New York Fed. Let me copy paste this one again. There's a lot of activity going on. Okay. Look right here, new people. The New York Fed. That's called the New York Federal Reserve. Citibank is here. Wells Fargo's here. Well, Citibank is one of the three little pigs, everybody. And let me explain what that is. There's three banks I call the three little pigs. HSBC, Citibank, and JP Morgan. They control all the money movement in the world. In this project alone, we've got two of the three little pigs, and I'm pretty sure JP is in there as well. Not maybe in this particular article. Then we have all three little pigs in Citibank's regulated liability network. So let's look. You got those businesses right there. They're talking about the regulated liability network. They're talking about the Bank for International Settlements unified ledger. See, this is what the regulated liability network is. It's a unified ledger, okay? And the Bank for International Settlements knows that that's why their name is in this, because they know that this is the unified ledger that all these banks need. Now, what's important to know in this article here, I'm going to show you something massive that no other channel has showed you. The New York Federal Reserve is mentioned in this regulated liability network, right? I'm going to show you something very cool next, if I can find it. Oh, yeah, here we are. I'm going to show you how that the New York Federal Reserve has been a Ripple partner from day one. And if you've ever heard of Fed Now, Fed's faster payments and all that stuff, I showed you this article. I want you to go to the 31-second mark, and let's back it up just a little. I'm 20. I'm going to back this up. I'm having a little bit of an issue. Well, actually, fuck it. Let's just back it up from the beginning. Now, I know you can't hear it, so I'm going to narrate it to you. For those people that can't watch it, I'm going to narrate it to you. I did a show. It was about 4 months ago, and it's called Breaking: Why This Is Already the Global Bridge Currency. And I'm talking about Ripple, XRP. I'm going to play the button. Here we go. At the 4-second mark, what you're seeing is a 2013 Ripple web page. You're seeing all the young Ripple employees. When I push this button here, let me continue at the 4-second mark. Oh, let's stop for a minute. What you're looking at is you see where it says meet the team. It shows Apple, Goldman Sachs, Google. This is for Lou Diamond 84. Look right there. Microsoft, Ripple partner, stellar partner. What's after Microsoft? NASA, the Space Administration, right? What's after that? The New York Federal Reserve. Have you seen this on any other website? No, you haven't. What's after that? Oh, gee, the spy agency. The national, I'm not going to say security and definitely not going to say agency. Why is that agency working for Ripple from day one? Next, you got Square. And then after Square is Twitter. Twitter from day one has always been there waiting to come out of the shadows to be the world's site for crypto. Let me push play. I'm on 5 seconds right now in this video. So when you go to the 7-second mark, it shows Ripple Labs. So that's how we know it's Ripple Labs. But if you look at these pictures, you'll see all these young people, right? They're at the 14-second mark. You'll see David Schwartz from 10 years ago. You'll also see Greg Kidd. He's a founder of Ripple, some of the early ones. And I do a close-up on David Schwartz. This is how you know this is the real Ripple website. Nobody has this because David Schwartz looks like he's about 40 years old here, or 35. He's about my age now, 53 or something. This looks like David Schwartz was like 40. That's how you know this is a real Ripple website that nobody else has except me. And now you guys got it. Oh, it shows Bob Webb. But anyhow, that's all I wanted you to see. Within the first 22 seconds, you can see all this stuff. So when we go back, now I'm going to go back to the original article. Actually, let's go back to the New York one. The New York Fed, Citi, Wells Fargo, HBC. When you go to that bank, when you go to that site here, that's where it shows all those banks. And look at how that starts off with New York Fed. Everybody, let me tell you something. Ripple's a government agency. I know there's a proper party tomorrow. I'm not going to that. Okay, it's foolishness for me. I mean, if you want to go, I'm not putting you down. I'm definitely not putting you down. It's just for me and for what I know, I can't go. I can't cheer the United States government. It's just when they're trying to make a new money system, like what is there to cheer about? Like, but I mean, whatever. That's just me. I'm a Debbie Downer, all right? But I at least wanted to show you that the United States government, New York Federal Reserve, is a Ripple partner. Citibank's Ripple partner. They're all working on this regulated liability network stuff. The American government's involved. And then now we're going to go back to my original article. The European Central Bank is all mixed up with the United States government, the Federal Reserve, because that's who's making this unified ledger and the regulated liability network. So there you go. There's all the connections right there. Isn't it amazing to go on a channel like this and to see all the evidence and deep dive nobody can even touch? Got it. Arthur L. Arthur, thank you for supporting the channel. Greatly appreciated, everybody. Listener supported. Stephen Miller, you're a brand new member. Thank you very much. And you made a smart decision. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody like I did. 1970 legend, member for 5 months. It's evolving quicker than we thought. Oh, man. Just for what I read to you right there. I want to let you see something. Europe is going to launch first. The United States government, I just showed you the link. The United States government Federal Reserve is a Ripple partner. The New York Federal Reserve is involved with Citibank's unified ledger, where Citibank's partner of Ripple. So then Citibank's partners with the United States Federal Reserve as well. And Wells Fargo's in on this. So Wells Fargo's working with the Federal. You see how all this goes? Ripple is like the Federal Reserve, the government, the Treasury, or some kind of special agency. I don't know all the answers, like I said, I'll show you some cool deep dive stuff nobody else has. I don't have answers for how the hell all this is put together. I've got more questions than you know, but go ahead and just check that out. I got another cool article. Oh my God. This next one, I'm talking about the World Federation of Exchanges. This next article, I need you to watch this one. We're going to get into the world of crypto exchanges. We all know that the whole world has to be on the same page, okay? And these crypto exchanges, I'm going to show you right now, they're all coming together. All these crypto exchanges from all around the world. I got this next article here that's going to show you how it all comes together. And we're going to start that in just a second here. Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller, welcome to the channel. Appreciate that. You're a brand new member. I'm going to try my best to deep dive and show you the most interesting news on the internet that nobody else has. Hey, Yazid Bey is here. Arthur, wait a second. I thought it's Arthur L. Arthur, thank you very much for that donation to the channel. I greatly appreciate that. I will continue to do my best, Arthur, to give you the best information I can find, okay? Joey Fat Toes, late fee. I will have to catch the earlier part. Yeah, just go. That's a good late fee, by the way. Appreciate that. If you're late and you're tardy, don't try to slip into the back of the class. Here's what I used to do. I went to a community college years ago. And what you want to do is when the teacher turns his or her back to the chalkboard, that's when you slip in and find a seat in the back, okay? You don't do it when the teacher's looking, because you cause a distraction. Armor of God. Already dropped a red pill. Now we're dropping a yellow one. Hulk, I got a question for you. Do you think the U.S. government should shut down? The shutdown could be the black swan? Or do you think the Fed will print a bunch of fiat and delay the crash? I mean, you're asking me like, not the $10 million question, but the $1 million question. I mean, look. Oh, I'm not a financial. Here, when you want financial advice, don't ask me, because I'm not a financial advisor. All right. My guess doesn't mean anything, but if I was going to bring about a black swan, I would do just everything that Joe Biden's doing right now. And then I would do the, like Congress, Republican, Democrat, whatever. Congress is doing nothing as far as making laws. That's what I would do if I was going to try to black swan the United States. Just don't do my job. Be like Joe Biden and just not do a fucking thing and just cause chaos, and then that'll do it. I would definitely do what Gary Gensler is doing, and that's actively fucking up crypto in the United States so companies go overseas and America ends up bankrupt. I would do what Gary Gensler is doing to bring a black swan. That's my answer to your question. Oh, yeah. And then for fun, that I would shut down as many exchanges as I could so common people can't buy crypto so that one day they could be rich. I would do all the things Gary's doing. Gary's doing a brilliant job to destroy the country and crypto as we know it and bring upon a black swan. RCM cap 12. Late fee, Hulk. I've been a member since last November. It's the best channel, period. Thank you for that. I do try my absolute best. Geno Smith. Oh my goodness. hold on a minute. I got to work down to 1970 legend so I don't miss anybody like I did earlier. I missed 3 people. So I got to take the donations in order. Gino Smith and David Lee, happy to be a part of the Hulk family. Love you guys. Cheers on my XRP. Future millionaires. And then we got Robert Driscoll. Look into the crystal ball, Hulk. Thanks, Robert, again for that donation. Look into the crystal ball. It's just, I don't know how stuff. Look, it's not a matter of me knowing everything and how, when, how. No. What happens in between is not important. We didn't know end game, okay? Now, we know they're going to try to do everything to keep us from it. So that's why I said, buy your crypto outside of the United States. Don't use these exchanges that these dumbasses on the internet are telling you to use, okay? If somebody recommends, use my exchange and use this code to get 20% off, that means you're being registered. You want to use an exchange that not a lot of people know about. But also, you want an exchange that's not in the United States. That's number one, okay? 1970 legend. Let's have phone calls tonight. Okay, I will hold that last article for tomorrow morning. Okay, check it out. Tomorrow morning show. This article is a big one. I've already dropped enough big news so far. I'm saving at the request of 1970 legend. This massive story is for tomorrow morning. I'm going to show you what's going on with all the crypto exchanges in the world. I'm not saying any more. So that was 1970 legend. 1970 legend gave 20 people memberships. Ooh, lordy. Here they go. Silky Brown, Jared, Last Chance, Harrion Fluker, Sir Gassington. Sir Gassington, I think, has been a member before. We would really appreciate if you became a full member. It's fun to try out a free membership and stuff. You could take advantage. Now you get a free phone call. If brand new people have a question, you can call me. I'll open up the phone lines here once I get done reading off this list. Sir Gassington, Elsa Oliva. Remember that name again. Elsa, if you've been given a membership already before, please consider joining the channel. That would be a great thing for you to do. Luis Almonte. I wonder if I remember that name. Fern Richburg, Crypto OMH, Sage Cruz, Dan 5154, Timothy Barkley, Clyde B, Triple X Mooner, Brian P, Robert Santana, Uncle Bam Bam, Brenda O'Hara, David Johnson. You are all members now of the channel. Compliments of 1970 legend. I'm going to open up phone lines right now. If you have questions, I'd recommend it. There's a lot of scary stuff happening. If you have questions like Crypto Hulk, what do you see with this and that? I'll try to give you my best answer. Well, we got a caller already. Hold on a sec. Hi, Crypto Hulk. Who's this? XR Poppy. What's up, man? I haven't checked that out. Things are really picking up with news, and okay. Okay. There's a website this caller wants me to check out, so I'm gonna go to it right now.